Hello and welcome. I'm Dennis O'Donovan with ProfitComm, and today we are here with Ryan Barbera, President of Data Canopy. Ryan, thanks for being here. How are you doing today?
Hey, I'm great, Dennis. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Doing well. Thanks for being here. So we just wanted to ask you a few questions. Tell us a little bit about Data Canopy and what makes you different from other providers.
Data Canopy at its core is an infrastructure as a service provider. We provide cloud and co-location solutions to companies around the globe. I mean, that's really what we do. I think that there's probably a lot of firms that talk about that, but I think what really makes Data Canopy different, and what I always talk about is I started this company really truly because I lived on the other side of the line as somebody who consumed a lot of these services and really just never had a partner that took the time to get to know me. And a lot of people say that they're going to do that, but every project that we go into is all about discovery. It's all about finding the best way to help companies to grow. I do not look at technology for technology's sake, and nobody on my staff does. I've never, ever had a project where somebody bought something from me because it was really cool. Everything that people use us for is because it's helping their business. So I think what makes us really different is I approach every project as a business owner, and I say to the partners and the clients that we work with, if this isn't something that I would do to make my better business, you shouldn't do it either. And I think when you come at something with empathy and understanding, and you come with a very holistic view of how is this going to make your business better, I think you approach things in a very different way.
That's great. That's great. Sounds like passion is very important to you.
Totally.
What got you started in the data center and cloud hosting business?
I had been in the circuit space. I had sold UCaaS, which I'm really going to date myself. We used to just call voice over IP or VoIP, right? So, I'd been selling PRIs and VoIP and SIP trunking and all that kind of stuff, and worked for an MSP. And I always jokingly say we were like the Cheesecake Factory, right? You could get like your bang bang shrimp and your, chicken primavera at the same time. We were kind of all over the place. And I really loved the data center. And this was very early cloud stuff, like 2008, 2009, 2010. But I just really loved doing the cloud stuff. And it was something that had been introduced into the MSP that we were working with. And I just believed that that's where the market was going. And, candidly for me, and this is a really nerdy thing to say, I actually think data centers are the sexiest part of technology. I mean, everything we do today is in and around cloud and data centers. There isn't a service, including the one we're on right now, Zoom, that isn't being hosted out of some data center somewhere, and the technology around that is just interesting. So, for me, it was just all about being at the tip of the spear of some really cool technology.
Awesome. So we heard kind of the genesis of where you came from. Now, how is the cloud and colo market changing in your view?
Not to drone on about COVID. I don't know if you've heard about that or not, but there was this thing.
A little bit.
So
maybe.
But when I first started really working in cloud, there was a cloud market and there was a co-location market, and that doesn't exist anymore. There is no only cloud or only co-location. It's completely melded now. Co-location projects are cloud projects. Even when they're private cloud, people are looking for ways to host their infrastructure in containers or in cloud, or whatever the case may be. And the other big thing that we've seen is cloud proliferation during the age of COVID has jumped by 10 years. A few years ago, we were still talking to companies about what their cloud strategy is. Should they be going to cloud? I used to give this statistic. This was in 2018, 2019, that 75% of companies would be in the cloud in the next 5 years. I just saw a new statistic from SBA. 85% of companies have already adopted a cloud strategy. So we've gone from 75% thinking about it in 2019 to, by 2022, because of COVID, 85% of companies adopting a strategy. So now whether they did that right or not, we can debate that. But,
Sure.
but fundamentally for me, where the biggest change is that there is no single, your colo or your cloud. It's all merged. And the colo clients we're talking to them about what their broader transformation cloud strategy is. It's truly a hybrid market now.
That's great. Well, Ryan, I want to really thank you for this chat session. If you want to hear more about Data Canopy, reach out to me at the contact information below. I hope you enjoyed this and I hope you have a great day. Thanks again, Ryan.
Thank you, Dennis. It's great to be here. Take care, everybody.